Hey there, guys, and welcome back to Space Engineers. Now, the last couple of episodes, I've been heading out trying to clear up some unwanted bases from enemies in the surrounding area. And I was kind of hoping I would actually get some more of the rarer resources from them, which I haven't. And if I want to be able to create anything such as the reactor, I would need things like uranium to be able to fuel it. So by having a reactor, that means that the ship should be able to power itself for longer periods, which would be pretty cool. Uranium is not something I'm able to find on this planet, so that means it's time to start planning my voyage into space. And I think what I probably would do to start off with is I might just build a small vessel just to get myself up there, see what I can find in the voids of space, and maybe mine some materials to bring them back so then I can focus on building a large ship ready to leave this God forbid planet that's been abandoned by all humankind and now been taken over by bots and things. Yeah, it's not very pleasant. So I'm going to dive straight in and get started. So obviously to build this, I'm going to need two types of engine. I'm going to need these ones, which are the irregular thrusters, the atmospheric thrusters. These will work in the on the planet's surface, and but anything beyond that will become a problem. They won't really be effective in space. That's where I will need the ion thrusters. And that means to power the ion thrusters, I'm going to need lots of ice and stuff like that to fuel them. So I'm going to have to plan carefully on my build. So start. Ooh, let's not start like that. So we'll start off with the regular pole just to build from. Come on. Like so. And then I've got to decide, am I... Ooh, don't grind that. Am I going to do an open cockpit style? Well, I say open cockpit, obviously it's going to have to be enclosed so I can breathe. Or do I just use a regular cockpit? Now, I think because I'm using a small ship to start off with, I might just start with a proper cockpit. So, got these two. So, it all should be fine for oxygen. Can't see with this one. Where's its connector? The bottom there. So that one might not be ideal. Right, I'm going to have a look, see what other cockpits we have, because these ones only have one connection point. Let's just see what we got. So if we go in here, cockpit, look at that one. That one's got two connection points. And actually, it's three connection points if I include the one at the front. So probably go for that one. So let's just rotate it. Oh, of course I need construction comp to build it. BRB. Right, cockpit down. I'm going to weld that up just so I can keep a track of what I actually need as well. And we're back. Right, I've been working at this for a while now. And admittedly, this is my first time building something for space. And for those of you who are eagle-eyed or eagle-eared, may have noticed that I made a bit of an error earlier. I was going to build ion thrusters. I can't use them. They require platinum to power them. So then I've switched them out and I've correctly installed hydrogen thrusters. So I've got the atmospheric thrusters for while I'm in the atmosphere, of course. So I've got two large ones for lift, plus some small ones, because this is going to be quite heavy, particularly when I come back with goods. So I need the lifting power, and I'm hoping that is enough. That time will tell. So I've installed thrusters on the side for manoeuvrability, the usual things that you'd expect, and installing 4 batteries onto it. I don't know if I'll need more than that. I honestly don't know. I've installed a connector on the front so I can recharge the batteries, and at the moment, if I look here as well, we've also got the oxygen tank and we got the O2H2 generator as well. So they're going. I've got the hydrogen tank as well to fuel the thrusters, although at the moment it doesn't seem to be doing anything. I don't know if I've done something wrong or what. So if I come in here and if I go OK and then I go to, I can see the oxygen tank was filling. I used up all the ice already that I put into it. But then if I go into, where is it? Hydrogen tank. Oh right, it was filling. Ah, right. So I'll need to get a lot more ice into this so I can make sure everything is fully fueled. As far as I'm aware at this time, while the hydrogen thrusters are like this, from what I believe, they're not using fuel, even though they are looking to be burning. I don't think they use fuel until you actually fire them up for manoeuvrability. So I should be all right with that. Although if I think I'll jump in anyway, because what I want to do, I want to put all hydrogen thrusters together in a group. So I'm going to put hydrogen, because I don't want them to be active on my outbound flight, and then all my atmospheric. In fact, actually, I need to make sure I've installed atmospheric in all directions, which I haven't. I need some downward ones. Actually, no. No. Why? The only time I will use the atmospheric ones is when I'm in the atmosphere, which means that I should just use gravity then to pull me down if I need to. I've installed a couple of gyros on there just for extra strength, and yeah, it's like all the piping and everything else to make sure all the hydrogen thrusters get what they need to fuel and, you know, be powered. Back thrust, I'm not too sure if I'll need more of it. I suppose time will tell. Like I said, this is going to be my first time venturing and building something to go from land to space. So I'm going to do a little bit more work on it. And yeah, we'll BRB. Oh yeah, by the way, yeah, I've got, yeah, I've got 3 containers on there. I hope that's going to be enough. No, 4 containers actually. 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. So quite a lot of containers. So again, this is going to be a very heavy load. So I really hope these large thrusters give me what I need. I've installed these smaller ones just for an extra boost if need be. So yeah, we'll BRB when I've done some work on it. And we're back. Right, so I've added the drills at the front with ejectors as well, so I can get rid of any stone that might be collected. And I think that's pretty much everything I need for my systems. I've got my thrusters and everything else, so now I just need to work on the bodywork a little bit. Just tweak it so things look like they're properly attached. So I've already started there, so I've already done this. I'm not planning on going overboard with it. I don't want this to be a heavy ship, well, any heavier than it is already. So I think what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to go for like an exoskeleton sort of appearance, I think, to this. So something like this, and then I would have that. Yeah, I might regret the upper part. I'm not too sure though. So let's just mirror that. Let's do this. Right. Get that little ramp up again. So that, followed by that, and then we'll have the 5 again. Like that. So, of course, this thing is not going to be for combat at all. That's not its objective. It's not intended for something to live on. It's just something to get me into space, get some of the more valuable resources, and get back down to Earth. So let's get that. And rotate that a bit. And then I'll probably continue that over a little bit. So let's just land on here a minute. So 6. Let's get that maybe. Yeah, I think that works. And then we'll have that. Going down to the slim one there. And I think, right, so if I do a small flat one there, then I go to that. I don't know, because it's not following the curves that are there, so actually might stick with that. Yeah, I like that. And then we'll continue this over here. So let's see. That. Followed by that. And then let's see. Oh, turn around. That way. And then we might do that. See how that looks. So give the ship a bit of a spine. And then over the top of that, let's see. If we... crap. Right. Actually, this might work this way. So if I do that, then like so. Yeah, it's looking all right, I think. Don't know whether to extend that over there. Suppose what I could do here. So let's do 6. Thinking doing that along the sides there. Yeah. And let's see. Oh. Fall, Simon, gets you down. And I don't know what to do about this bit though. Do it like that. If I do it like that, then Oh. You want that, I don't think. Ah. Well, that would sort of guard the gyros, and it just gives it a little bit more curve. I don't know. Yeah, I'll come back to that. So at the moment, this engine doesn't look like it's supported by anything. So I think we might fix that. So let's go with 6. Then one of these. Help if I could see how that's placing. Like that. Then do a 5. And then if I do a 6 again, do a slim slope. Like that. 6. Right, but then that, I don't know. That doesn't quite follow nicely with it, I don't think. Ah, crumbs. Yeah, of course that won't place. Right. I'm going to have a think about this. Yeah. I'll have a think about this. We'll BRB. And we're back. Right. Really couldn't decide what to do with that area right here. I don't think it looks too bad, really. It's certainly looks attached anyway because there's all that behind it, but it just doesn't look supported. However, I've done like the exoskeleton sort of cradling around the batteries, so they kind of link up together with the lower spine down here, which travels through. Got the upper spine up here, which curves off into the containers and all that. So we've got some nice exposure to some of the parts. So hold on, can't leave that like that. Should I go like that, or should we go for a 6? Go for a 6, I think, and then we might do a couple of these. Like that, so that sort of like curves that off a bit. Do like that. Yeah, I'm not sold on, I don't know, something about this front part that's bugging me. I don't know, it's weird. But I think she's about done. I think I'll probably leave this episode right here, right now. Next episode, maybe take this on the maiden voyage. But if there's anything you guys have noticed that I may have missed out, that's critical to the spaceship build, then yeah, let me know in the comments down below. It would be really helpful. I'll tell you what, why don't I look at you? So swing round. There we go. So yeah, and I think we'll leave it there for now. So if you guys have got any tips on what I may have missed, then let me know in the comments down below. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it hasn't been much, it's been more in the way of creativity, but yeah, it's been worthwhile, I reckon. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, smash the like button and hit subscribe, and why not ring that little bell to be notified of future content. I'll catch you next one, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.